the broken baker, where crimes are baked in every show. Mysteries rise and truth unfolding. Ready, set, it's time to go. We say it's time to go. Whistling through battering news, mixing stories, solving the lies. In this kitchen, secrets are broken with a spark in our eyes. In the broken baker's kitchen, the secrets crumble like sunrise. We'll sift the blues, defy the no's with a spark in our eyes. In broken arrives, broken arrives. Welcome to the broken baker. Get ready. Let's go.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and both sides take a pregnant pause.
Good morning, good evening, and welcome to This Nothing. And welcome to the expert, because I fell asleep at 9 o'clock yesterday. So 5 a.m. ready to go. And we have been thinking about this. We needed some. Saturday nights are often used for entertainment. Way too many people out there having fun. So tonight we will do a 1-hour rundown of the Battle of Gazala. Was it the turning point? Had Rommel pushed forward? Would he have been able to hold North Africa, or would they still, when the Americans got in, run him over, pushed him back out of Egypt? The expert is saying, well, the technology of the Bradley tank clearly gave them a technical advantage. And I said, expert, the Bradley tank didn't come in till way later. It's the Sherman, known as the Tommy Cooker. And he said, well, the Panzer force still would have made mincemeat out of the Sherman, which it would. But they didn't have that many Panzer force. And I think that's the topic we are going to discuss tonight. Shermans versus Panzer IV. Technology
Panzer, right.
versus what would you call it? Mass production.
Yeah, it's the industrial line of freedom, man. That's what won World War II, from everything I hear. But we sent so many what are they, Liberty boats over there that the Germans couldn't sink them all. They ran out torpedoes. Hey, have you ever seen the movie Greyhound on Apple?
I never saw that one, and I always wish to do it, but I just don't need to sign up for another streaming service, because I have 3 already and don't watch any of them.
Dude, I think I have every one. Like, I think I have streaming services. Matter of fact, I got billed for one today that I don't use at all. It's something cloud something. And what it is that for whatever streaming service you have, you can make a, it's a legal, okay? Not illegal. I didn't say that. I said legal. You make a backup copy of your movies through it.
But isn't that why you have a streaming service, so you can just see what you want?
Know. Yeah. I don't know why. It's $5, man. I don't know. Like, I had this idea, like I need it for 1 month, and then
yeah, that's how they get you. You get a free month, just punch in your credit card. 6 months later, you're sitting here thinking, what's this?
I actually have a file on my computer for AI music, because I'm paying for that too. And I was like, oh man, I got all these great ideas of songs I've always wanted to have written for me. And I don't think I've used it once. So I'm not very wise with money, but you know. Back to the Panzer, man. Those things were awesome.
Well, the Panzer IV was quite good, But the problem was because they were so great, because they thought, let's build something that can protect our troops. They got heavy, got stuck in the Russian mud.
Yeah, the Battle of Leningrad, man, that's kind of an amazing thing, too, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing that everyone is always talking about the German technical wonders, but the problem is you will always beat quality with quantity when it comes to war.
Well,
We have 32 people sitting here thinking, what the F is these two a-holes going on about?
oh man, I just got in, and like when you started talking about like going to bed at 9 o'clock or something like that, or getting up, I mean, I couldn't figure out your schedule there for a while. I was like, oh man, what's happening? But yeah. Dude, I'm out of it, man. I'm actually in my sleepy shirt. This is what I'm gonna sleep in tonight, and it was a wild night. Wild night. We stormed the field, which you're not supposed to do. That was.
Did you win?
TF.
Did the Gamecocks win?
No, I don't know about the Gamecocks, but the Volunteers won. Tennessee won tonight. Beat Alabama.
P-Day, because you two, you are a man of culture, so you were sitting there saying, did most people know that the Panzer II actually could be penetrated by a medium machine gun?
Good, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
tank. It was only good because they didn't really have. It was just a fast people carrier. We had a Danish-produced machine gun at the time called a Madsen. Could shoot right through it. So we didn't need any.
Wow.
Just shoot it with a heavy machine gun.
Yeah. By the way, who's Aiden?
Turtle Boy.
Oh.
He's
Is he
been
streaming right now?
There was a documentary last night, I believe. I have to do the American. I think Thursday night there was a documentary on 2020 or NBC or something about the Ken Reed case. And again, I love how how I love the mass MSM. They are always the best. Nothing but truth on mainstream media.
Oh yeah.
And they do a Karen Reed documentary, and of course focuses on his sister's brother's wife's cousin's third aunt, and she was sitting there talking about how hard it was. Bitch never knew him, but of course she was crying on TV so she could get her 15 seconds of fame.
Man,
History lesson with a
Karen
whiskey
Reed
is the best way to learn. Thank you,
thing.
Iris.
Yeah, I like that. The history of whiskey is really cool too. Even though I don't know it past America. Like I know the history of Jack Daniels, and that's it. So.
Well, we could get little D on, so you can talk about illegal wood whiskey.
She's got the good stuff. It's in her blood. It's in her blood. What was it? We were talking about something, right? Karen Dustin.
We're talking about Karen Reed.
Oh, Karen Reed. So like, dude, you know what? Here's the thing. It's like I need to go up there and like just be like, okay, like what's y'all's deal with Karen? It's like you need to like walk on the streets and be like the man on the street, and be like, hey, what's going on with Karen? Why is everybody like giving her a hard time?
Yeah, and but it's such a the way it's just snowballed, because in the beginning, and I always get a little bit of heat when I say this, it's a stupid hit and run drunk driving thing. We see this every day in America. And the problem was they wanted to pin it on the first one they saw, the one who's not from town. In 9 out of 10 cases, she would have taken a plea deal, 10 years in prison, hasta la taco, no problem. This woman said, no, I am an economy professor. I have a little bit of dosh. I get some of the best lawyers I can get. Big problem, because none of the police really did any investigation. They just, it'll be fine. No one will do anything. She'll take the plea deal. When she didn't take the manslaughter, we just upcharged her to second degree. And now, First of all, you have Turtle Boy's case that's turned into this. You have the DA using private communication to reach out to judges to try and pressure them into sending him to prison. That's really stupid because that opens up all your private communications to discovery.
It does.
Then you have the MSP, the Massachusetts State Police. They have sent 2 people on unpaid vacation. One of them, Proctor's still not fired, but that's the guy who was looking for nudes in a suspect's phone without having a search warrant and talking about it in a group chat where no one said, "Hey, buddy, turn in your badge and you're gone on Monday." No, they said, "Found any yet?" You had all of this with the Karen Reed case. Then that ended. A month later, the Sandra Birchmore trial then hits, where a police cadet program apparently was used to groom at least one very young girl, and she was unalived when her police
Forgot about that.
groomer, boyfriend, baby daddy unalived her, and they covered it up. They couldn't find any communication. They had 32,000 messages between them after the Fed started looking at it. And all of this started because Karen Reed said, "Nope, I'm not going to take the fall." That's so amazing that this little lady, just because she said, "I have bigger balls than anyone else," she's going to make it all fall.
I love her. It's funny. You said like she was a economics professor, and so that's from the beginning. Those people, they believe in innocent, and that whole thing. Yeah, it's like you're innocent, you fight for it. So yeah, she's not going to take that fall. I'm proud of her. I'm
Yeah,
really proud of her.
but sadly, it takes a lot of money and a lot of balls to do that. Because again, if they came to you and said, "Well, we got you dead to rights on this one. We'll give you 10 years, 5 years probation," most people would probably say, "Yeah." But that's how we can see that in the Looney Booney case. Her defense lawyers are plea deal lawyers. They don't know how to run a case because normally people just take a plea deal, and that's the weird thing because we can't do that in Denmark. We don't have
But you
plea
guys
deals.
don't have pleading. Well, here's what's weird about that. So like, let's say they do a plea deal, right? Plea deal. It's I mean, it has stuff to do with money. I mean, that's part of it. No, the judge. So they go to the judge and say, "Hey, judge, we worked this out, and we decided that they'll accept, 6 months probation, whatever it is." And then the state attorney's like, we're good with that. And the judge usually just writes off on it, but the judge doesn't have to accept it. And so the judge's like, "No, we go to trial." I've always thought, like, man, if I was a judge, I'd be like, I'm not doing plea deals. Like, that's not a thing. Either you got them dead to rights, or you don't have them dead to rights.
But yeah, that's the thing. I that's the same with the lesser included. I hate the lesser included. If you want to say, "I got you for murder too," you can't get away and say, "Well, if you don't think that, give me more manslaughter." Either you prove murder too, or you let them go.
Right? And it's so stupid because it's a political thing. They get to come out and say, "Oh well, we got another prosecution. We're sending some bad person to jail." And it's like, are they bad, or did you just do this to appease everybody? It's like feeding the sharks. You gotta make them happy. Does that make sense? Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah, because it's so political in the American system where you sit there and say, "I need X amount of wins because I'm up for re-election in 4 years," and then you have a big population with lower income who get I think it's fair to say a lot of them get easily caught than like a Diddy, because if it's just a Crack O'Hearn down from the trailer park, he's probably not going to call in the big guys to fight for him. So he's really easy to just dump in prison, and he's just a tick on your score sheet. Maybe like in California, if you went hard on weed smokers, you can build a career as being a tough AF public prosecutor that you can run your entire political career off until you find out that probably is not the best position to have. But because you can get
Kamala Harris did that, right?
I don't talk politics. Yeah, but you can stack your sheet really easy if you just go after the smaller ones, and then you can come out and say, well, we have a 92% conviction rate. I'm a very efficient. Yeah, because you let all the big fish go away.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to convict those people.
Yeah.
Because they got big for a reason. I had a political science 101. So this is like little expert, right? This is 100 years ago, college, all that stuff. And this guy started talking about the O.J. Simpson trial. He says, does anybody know the details behind it and all this stuff? And of course, the Jews, he played football. Anyway, it was, he said that he is proof that the, no, I can't remember the amendment. Fudge. Anyways, the right to own property is the most important constitutional right you have as an American, because O.J. Simpson owned a lot of property with having money. And because he had money, he was able to get off on a case that everybody thought he was going to be dead to rights on. And I've always remembered that. It's like, wealth counts. There's a joke that with lawyers, I mean, I don't know, maybe not the good ones, but the people I know, that $10,000 will get you out about everything.
Yeah, because if you become a hassle, it's not worth it. Because I just saw the bill in the Karen Reed case just for the police at the quarter mil.
No, I was going to say probably, yeah.
Yeah. The ACLU has filed a letter, but as Betterow put on Twitter, it's better to have the ACLU file a letter in your case than not have it, but it's also something they just do. So it's not a big new, because it is a First Amendment thing and all of that, but it's not extraordinary. They file a lot of briefs, and you just don't see them all, because it's not every case that's as high profile as this and has your attention. So it's nothing special, but it's a good thing to have that piece of paper there too, saying you clearly violated her constitutional rights against double jeopardy. But if it will bear more or less weight, because it's going to Supreme Court if they should take out the charges 1 and 3, because they had a hung jury, but 5 jurors had come forward later saying we weren't deadlocked on 1 and 3. It was only 2 we were deadlocked on. We found her not guilty in 1 and 3, but because the judge said you must not return until you have a clear verdict on each of the charges, or the charges, and they were hung on one of them, so they didn't know that they could say, well, we think 1 and 3 is okay.
So were they going to convict her on one?
No, they got a hung jury, and then she just said, well, case dismissed, bye, or case, go home. And then the jurors came forward and said, well, because it was sold as, well, we're going to do a second trial because they were clearly hung on it and they believe she did it. And they said, no, we were all in agreement. There was no second degree. It was the DUI charge, operating and murdering someone under the influence. And they were only hung on that part, which is stupid when you heard what the experts said. But then they have all this, well, the experts, they thought they were just some hired guns from from an insurance company. They didn't know they were hired by the FBI, so it just made it even worse. Worse. Hey, look who's here, Little D. We were talking about
There she
making
is.
wood whiskey. Can you come on, give us the old popcorn Sutton recipe?
I found a still the other day on Amazon. And it's like, ooh. It's for distilling water. Hey, Susan.
Well, and it's legal to own a still, right?
Yeah, yours is, I mean, distilled water is a thing. You get that in Walmart by the gallon.
But how is it? Can you produce liquor for your own consumption as long as you don't sell it to someone? Aren't you allowed to do that?
I don't think you can make liquor for your own consumption. I think you can only make like up to a certain thing. And I don't know that for a fact, so I don't know what it is. I used to know. I used to have a buddy of mine. I told you about the buddy of mine that made took my So okay, when I started college, right? So like there's a lot of people there that like they can't get enough alcohol. And he was, he's not 21. And so I came up with this brilliant idea for him, and it was for him to make his own. I was like, you can make wine out of grape juice and sugar and yeast. So he got on the internet. He started looking all this stuff up, man. He got so hot and heavy, he was ready for it. And he's like, it's. I don't even know how he made the first batch. All I know is that he got so excited that first night, he immediately went to the grocery store, and he bought Welch's grape juice. And it just was grape juice. I say Welch's because that's what everybody calls it. It's a name brand. But anyway, grape juice. And then he bought sugar. And he bought yeast. Problem is that the yeast they sell in a grocery store is bread yeast. He mixed all this stuff up. It was like prison hooch is what he was making. I was like, man, this is a great idea. Dude, you gotta do this. Dude, I went over to his dorm one day and I got off. I think it was like on like the 9th floor or something. I got off the elevator and that entire floor smelled like grape baked bread. Where the yeast was fermenting, you can smell the yeast, like when bread rises, it's doing this same chemical stuff, but it had that grape smell. Oh my gosh, dude. And he was so excited after like 2 weeks, he bottled it. Dude, there's sediment in the bottom of that. He drank that. He drank the whole thing, dude. He was so bright red. Oh my gosh. Oh, but yeah, he was making it in his closet in dorms at UT.
It's amazing how far they would go, addicts.
Oh, dude. Well, after then, he went and got the right stuff, and it's a very clean process. Like you have to have everything clean. You have to have all this stuff, and but he got into it big time. But then he started smoking marijuana, and then everything went downhill. And I don't know where he is.
Yeah, stay off the devil's lettuce.
It's true, man. It's true.
That was a greatest football game. Go Vols.
It was hard to be there. But it was great. So
you can do it, but you can't smell it.
You can make liquor?
Yeah, I think you can make for your personal consumption. The big problem is the wine thing. I remember that from the 70s with all those bottles. Well, in the 80s when I visited my friend's house, and they had these big bottles with the little blub, 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 blub.
Yeah, because you gotta let the gas out.
Yeah.
And he had a balloon on top of his, I think, or a condom.
Yeah, they have something so they can regulate that. And I can remember we had one of my buddies' dad. He liked a little drinky poo, and he had that in his basement. And my dad said he brought some of it once to a school gathering, and my dad would rather have drunk petrol. It was super high alcohol, and flavor was just probably shoe leather.
Oh, it was. I can only imagine how bad the stuff was. I was like, man, you're gonna like die from that. But I mean, I don't know if I ever said that to him. So
It's a state by state thing, but yes, in Ohio you can make a certain amount of liquor for your own consumption, and theoretically gift it away, just not sell.
So supposedly, and I've never seen this done, you cannot freeze liquor. It's like
No.
I don't know how to.
Well, you
explain it.
can, but you
Freeze-
have to get below 21
Well, like
degrees
you can
Celsius.
whatever's like doesn't freeze in it is pure alcohol.
Yeah, I had a school teacher who was talking about that when they went to, I think it was Norway, up there, and because it was up in the hills, so there's also the pressure different, which moves the freezing point, and they found a bottle of snaps that has ice in it. So they said, oh, because snaps needs to be cold so it doesn't taste like you want to shoot yourself, and they drank it. But the problem is everything that's frozen is everything but the alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
So you're drinking pure alcohol with a little bit of crab flavor. So they were hammered.
Yeah, that's bad. So, yeah, but anyway, those are all make believe stories. That really happened.
We had a teacher who, he was a substitute teacher. He showed us how to
I
make a
love
bong.
those guys.
He showed us how to make a bong in the physics class.
Out of an apple?
No, no, it was 2 chambers combined and tubes and everything. And he said, "Well, I can't let you smoke weed because we were 7th graders. Of course, you can't let us smoke weed." So he just used a cigarette, so we could try it with cigarettes.
But you guys can smoke cigarettes at 7th grade?
Well, some did, but now everyone got to try it because it was cool.
Yeah, I'd like to be the cool teacher.
Yeah. All these teachers who non-Newtonic fluids. No. Teach people how to use a bong. That's what you need.
Yeah,
I eat
they're
my
gonna do
devil's
better.
lettuce. I own a bar. Beer freezers had a cooler malfunction once. 30 cases exploded overnight. I have done that to stock beer in the freezer because then I'll be cold when I need it. Next morning, you have a beer freezer.
Yeah. More importantly, where does Megan own a bar at? Seems
Yeah,
like-
and why aren't we invited?
Yeah, it seems like the after show's over there at Megan's.
Well, maybe it's at Little D's.
No,
Apparently
that's
she-
a horrible thing. Don't do that.
Yeah. Imagine wishing you had an addiction. That's a weird one.
Boy, I was gonna say.
Yeah, T-Rex, how did your mom and dad's vodka freeze? That's weird. And the flavor changed over time. Yeah, because beer is only 4% alcohol, so that's mostly water. That's alcohol abuse.
Oh.
Iris, I have the same problem. I wish money was addicted to me as well. You'll guess right, I guaranteed. Pick a state.
New Mexico.
Oklahoma.
Oh.
I thought Oklahoma was on the West Coast.
It's in the middle coast.
Yeah, but
Like on to the right of Texas.
no, it's the head of Texas.
Like it was a horrible place, so Andrew Jackson sent the Indians there. For
Is that what is it called? The Panhandle or whatever it's called up there?
Yeah. I think
Something
it's
about
no
that
man's land.
wasn't really American territory or something. There was some weird story about it being one of those myths about you could kill somebody there and you couldn't, and then Oklahoma took it in the end or something like that.
Yeah, they took it in the end, all right.
Yeah, like I learned from my trip with Valhalla, never take it in the end.
Oh my gosh. Dude, puke girl was there tonight.
What?
See, we got a picture of her. Puke girl.
Puke girl.
Yeah, puke girl. The girl that pukes at the Tennessee games. I love her so much. I was like, I want to get my picture taken with her.
Does she puke or what? Why is she puke girl?
Oh yeah, she projectile vomited on people. But they weren't. They were from a different school. They were rooting for another school. So I think she's kind of cool. And then she's the one that last week she got kind of lost, and the usher brought her back. It said, I swear this up and down. I heard the usher say she dropped a dookie upstairs, and I was like, "You girl would drop a dookie, dude." She is trash at every game, and when I say trash, I mean we are talking about like reaching into pants trash. I mean, it's like Dollywood trashed, and. She was, oh my gosh. But anyway, I started dying. I was like, did you say she dropped a dookie? Because it was an older dude. And finally, I really did. I had to say, excuse me, sir, what did you say she dropped? He said a doobie. And I was like, oh my gosh, man, you're old. And then I was like, dude, I thought you said dookie. And he lost it, man. He's like, no, it wasn't a dookie. I was like, well, look at her. She's wasted.
But we just normally fight at games. Well,
I think there's a fight tonight. Like, the sheriff's office brought like 5 big dudes in real quick. It's like, oh, somebody's going to wake up in a bad place tomorrow.
how is it?
Wake up in county.
101 people at Neyland Stadium. 101,000.
Yeah.
That's 2.5 size our national stadium. When Brøndby and Copenhagen is having their games, there will be sections that have been totally destroyed.
Well,
Happens every
it's
time.
funny. Neyland used to hold like 100 and they used to have like smoking sections. And like at its biggest, they had like 112, and I don't know if they were supposed to have 112 in there, but that's what they announced. Anyway, it was their official biggest was like 109, and then they decided to build more boxes and the expensive seats, and so they took out like 8,000 seats to do all this crap. So anyway, but no, it was yeah. There's like for a UT game, it's something like 125,000 people in a 1 square mile area or something like that. More than that. I forget what it is. That's that come in, not what's already there. It comes in. So it's pretty cool, man.
What happened to the guy that hit the referee? Are we talking back when we played you? We had a guy who, in a Denmark-Sweden game, he ran in and tried to punch the ref because he gave the Swedes very, very dubious penalty kick. And then we lose the game 3-0 and ruin our, because if you're ruled as a loser because of something, you'll automatically lose a game 3-0, and it effed our standing because sometimes if you have 2 teams who have the same amount of points in the end, you can go by goal difference, and if you get a 3-0 against you because some idiot runs on the field and tries to hit he was drunk, but still, don't go and hit the ref. It was so bad he couldn't show up. I actually think he moved to Sweden to hide because he couldn't be in Denmark. People would beat him up. We had beaten the Swedes. If we would have overcome that one, it's no problem. Swedes are bad at football.
So you guys have like special rules on how to win? You don't just score points?
Yes, we score points, but we are in a bracket, just like you are. But our bracket system is what you are in a bracket. The SEC is a bracket.
Yeah, they said that. I don't know how that works because Tennessee's never been good enough to be.
But you get if you win a game, you get 3 points. If you draw a game, you get 1 point each, and if you lose, you get 0. And then you tally that, and then most points win. Shared points, you go by goal difference. Yeah, I think you go by goal difference first. Then you go by individual games against each other, and there's a lot of that. It's easy when you understand it, but I don't understand America why you have that win-loss record thing. Why?
Because you either win or you lose.
Yeah, but why is a 6 and 8 team able to get in if they play in another conference over an 8 and 6 team?
Oh, no, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, but that's
How's your
stupid.
strongman contest?
It was really, it was actually quite good. Wasn't the biggest crowd, but it's only been promoted the last week. But I think it's so amazing to see these people. It's mind-boggling how much they can do. They had like an open class for men. That's 105 kilos plus. That's 210 plus. Then they had women below 140 and above 140. And these below 140 girls, oh my God, they can lift more than I can. It's I love the I love watching strongmen because you can say whatever you want about they must be doing this and that, but still they were doing
Well, they just lift heavy things, right?
yeah, or carry heavy things or push
Yeah.
heavy things but it's more they had like a Conan wheel where you have to carry it and then just walk around with 300 kilos. That's 660 pounds. But and
There's
it's
2 pounds in a kilo.
yeah, 2.2 pounds per kilo.
That's so crazy.
But you're sitting here thinking, well, it's just pulling up 300 kilos. No, you have to carry it on. It's a metal bar that you have, and you carry it. You have to move, and that apparatus will move against you. So you have to fight the pain. You'll have to try and breathe. And it's like people saying, well, everyone in the Tour de France is high on EPO. Yeah, but you couldn't shoot me with enough drugs that I could ride up a mountain on a bicycle. You still have to do all the work.
Yeah. Like the strongman stuff, it's so like weightlifting is we're at 91,000. What? Oh, he's in Nebraska. The strongman stuff. So like weightlifting is very scientific, and
Yeah.
strongman is very common. I don't know, real world is that what I'm trying to say? It's I mean, it's like, hey, I have a dryer I have to move. The dryer weighs 200 pounds. Strongman competition. Can you lift the dryer up? Can you take it out to the curb? You know, I dig that, man. I totally dig strongman. I used to love that stuff back when I had ESPN Ocho. But I don't
Yeah,
have that anymore.
it's probably more what would we call it, like functional strength related.
Yes, that's it. Functional strength.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
These
how
guys
Brian
got
Shaw.
all those, like, do I?
That's how Brian Shaw found out that he should probably be a strongman. Well, someone was having one of those Thomas Inch dumbbells, one of those that no one can lift because it's with the fat bar and you really have to grip into it. And he was just coming by and someone said, "Hey, can you pick that up?" And he, okay. And people were like, "What the f?" It's like percentiles of the population in the world who can lift that dumbbell. That's the first round. That's before he became a strongman. But he said he used to play basketball, so he's tall as fuck. But he worked on his uncle's farm, so he was used to go throwing hay bales and stuff like that. That's how he got
That's
into
cool.
the to being a strongman. Hey, Grumpy Granny, what am I doing awake? I went to bed at 9, so I was up early. Expert is a hottie. Oh my.
I got a heater down here.
Hey, OnlyFan. People are. Yeah, it's an easy handle to write. So, but But no, it was a great contest. And the best thing was they were selling churros. I don't like churros, but I like the smell of churros.
I've never had a churro. And I think it's funny you have churros.
But it's oddly disappointing.
It's like crispy cinnamony, right?
I think, is it called beignet dough or something?
Now beignet is like a donut type. It's
I thought that was a
biscuit.
pancake.
No, that's I don't know what it is, man. But no, a churro's like crispy stick. At least the ones I see. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like this long, and it's just some.
It looks
dough.
like it came out of a Play-Doh thing. Y'all have Play-Doh? Is that a big thing over there?
Yeah,
Y'all probably invented Play-Doh.
I'm allergic to Play-Doh.
Really? You're not supposed to eat it though.
No, but the smell of it, it makes me sick when I smell it.
Really?
Yeah, my brother's aunt gifted my kids some Play-Doh once, and as soon as they opened it, I just went out and puked. I can't stand that smell.
Wow.
That's
how I am with Tide, man. Well, I mean, I'm not allergic to it. It does fire up my allergies though, real bad. So,
Iris,
I've not been to Texas or Mexico. Okay.
Isn't it the same place?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
A churro is made with donut dough, so
Okay,
it
so
is
that's
beignet.
like
I am right again. It's
well, I hope so.
but it's just I don't. It's like this long, deep fried stick of dough, and then they sprinkle something. And we don't use cinnamon; we use powdered sugar instead.
Oh, no, see, I like powdered sugar.
Yep, I don't know why you Americans are so crazy about cinnamon, but you are. And then you dip it in some chocolate
Sorority
sauce.
girls.
Could be.
Sorority girls, man. It's
No,
all
but you
that
have
pumpkin spice.
You have that big red chewing gum too. That's cinnamon flavored.
Oh,
That's nasty.
dude, man. Oh, dude, that's awful. What?
A funnel cake with cinnamon. So it's a funnel. I know you know funnel cakes. You had funnel cakes at the Dollywooding.
Funnel cake's delicious. That's pancake dough, right?
I don't know. It's choux pastry. I don't know.
Chokes.
I just know I don't.
Chokes. It's not a Panzer.
Does Expert has his own YouTube channel? Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's a small one.
It should be with cinnamon. It shouldn't be with cinnamon. Cinnamon is.
So, what are y'all? Is cinnamon just not a thing over there, or just you don't like it? Because I used to not
cinnamon.
like it.
Cinnamon is a thing, but I don't know if we use a different kind of cinnamon because your cinnamon buns taste way different than our cinnamon because we make a lot of baked goods with cinnamon. One of the most
real cinnamon.
I don't know if that's why, but we eat it on. We have that rice porridge we eat for Christmas too. Dump cinnamon on that, so we use that, but. That chai mocha chocolate pumpkin spicy thing that oh my, it's
yes all the girls wearing their Uggs and they got that little vest on, the little furry
and
vest.
they're always shaking it so you can hear the iced coffee because those 800 calories I can't understand. Oh,
goes straight to the boobs.
I sadly most of them don't. It goes to the fupa, but and everyone is saying I can't understand. I'm getting a little winter heavy. You are drinking 5 Aksha Maka Likalata a day. 800 calories straight to the fuba. No, but I drink iced coffee, so coffee has no calories. No, but 200,000 tons of creamer you put in it. But I like it. Drink coffee or don't drink coffee. No, but I like it when it tastes like Christmas.
That's gin. Put a little gin in it. It tastes like Christmas tree water. So like evidently like cinnamon, there's a tree bark that tastes like cinnamon, and that's what most cinnamon in America is made from.
Cinnamon is a tree bug.
Okay, maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Queen
I wanna
olive.
live-
Do you have blue cheese stuffed olives? I love those.
I hate blue cheese.
You don't like cheese. We've established this. Feta cheese stuffed olives? No. Garlic stuffed olives? You might like that. Jalapeno stuffed olives? No, you're not eating Mexican fruit.
I like meat stuffed, bell peppers and
Really?
those snack chilies. They're good, but you need
Snack chilies. What's a snack chili?
you need snack peppers. It looks like a chili, but it's just big. You don't have those?
my gosh.
I think they're called snack peppers or snack chilies or something.
Oh, sounds good to me. What, you guys stuff them with meat?
But you put some meat and stuff in it, and not that cheese crap.
In your olives?
I don't eat olives. Olives is the devil
Why?
because they taste weird. It's
A
the
lot of
same
different kinds
with
of olives.
everything.
You
Everyone
like
always wanted.
Kalamata? Sorry.
It tastes weird, salty. It doesn't add anything.
It adds some scrumptious. As in scrumptious. Oh, they're so good. You don't like olive oil?
I don't drink olive oil. I put it on my frying pan.
No, I was gonna say, olive oil is also big in the industry. I'm surprised Diddy didn't have any.
It's because the viscosity is too
Lubricity.
low, so it wears off too easy.
It has a low smoking point.
That too, yeah. It's I believe it's
Do you like
80.
pine nuts?
I never heard about pine nuts.
It's a pine. It's a pine tree seed, maybe. I don't know. Like I like them, but I don't know what I like them in. I couldn't tell you that. Do you like what are those things? What are those capers? Do you like capers?
No, it's the same as olives. It's some weird salty thing that you put on top of other things.
So I put capers in deviled eggs instead of pickles. Do you like deviled eggs?
Yeah, I tasted deviled eggs when I was over.
Oh yeah, that weird place. That's the
Yeah,
place.
but
that
I
Miami
like
Spice
them
has
if
set.
they needed some more spicy mustard or some more stronger mustard. It was. That's the problem when you
Mexican
get
stuff, right?
you get those when you're gonna try these recipes. Everyone is always, oh, we have to make it for the mainstream. I like it when it's allowed to kick you in the teeth. If you ask for it, says I like a deviled egg with a little spice to it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too strong. Go eat something else.
So here's the thing that when you said like spicy mustard, I bet like the Germans have a lot of mustards and they're different than American. I bet that's probably like you have some of those. I love
but-
them all.
I don't know if it's a European thing. French have a lot of it. France have a lot of it too. Even
They
my
have-
crappy little store, you can get the Dijon and the sweet and the normal mustards, and you need a little different. If you eat a piece of white bread with cheese on it, you need a little mustard on top just to give it a little. That's good.
That's
Try it.
interesting. So like a grilled cheese with some mustard.
Oh, look who's up. The Shizmeister.
Yeah, Shizzy, man, it was a tough game to be at, dude. It was tough to be at, but how did Georgia end up with Texas, Shiz? I didn't see it.
Today I never know. Pesto is basil.
Yeah,
like pesto.
yeah, it's basil and pine nuts. And
Oh, that's
what I
pine
was-
nuts. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, now I know what you're talking about.
You
Because we
put it in
call
like a
it
food
something else.
processor with olive oil.
Yeah, that's I'm not a fan of pesto. I don't like a lot of
Really?
all of that weird stuff. I don't know why. I'm very
That's three
Danish in my
ingredients.
habits.
The pasta thing. So someone was talking to you about spaghetti the other day. Yeah, I know, Iris. That's my imitation of Baker. It always starts off with no.
It's because you eat weird things. I like
Well, I
Twinkies.
mean, hey, you guys eat that shrimp cheese. So
That's good.
no, you need shrimp. They don't get the poo vein out, man.
I like a good
Poo vein.
no, not a good poo vein, but again, white bread smeared with mayo, lot of shrimps on top, little lemon on top too, and then salt and pepper.
Where did y'all get lemons from? I thought that was like a Florida thing.
I think they get them from Spain. Well, probably Africa now, but I think back then, did they come from the
I know
New
like
World?
the British like limes, right?
Yeah,
It all has to do with scurvy.
yeah, because it's the CO2, the C vitamin for when they were sailing. So, how did Baker get fat being so picky? Because I like potato chips and beer.
Oh yeah, I didn't eat like potato chips, did I?
I don't think I had any potato. Well, I had some. No, I brought some potato chips I bought at Dollywood back with me. They weren't that great. They were a little overpriced and overrated.
Yeah, that's the other way. The only thing that was good there's that cinnamon bread.
Yeah, piña canna is what we call pine nuts.
So
Horseradish.
like- oh, you don't like horseradish?
No.
Oh, Georgia won. Oh, that makes things interesting. False storm. Victory is sweet. French have the best mustards. French have good food, man. You know?
Have you been to France?
Do I look like I've been to France? I'm not allowed in France. I'm too Germanic. That's what I say, but I don't know.
Maybe France, Texas, or wherever you have one in America. I was in France in, when was it? 90, I believe it was 92. And they had they're always striking. They're communists. So they're always striking. And they had a highway strike with all the truck drivers. And you know truck drivers, T-Rex excluded, but the rest of them, lot lizard killing people. And they were striking, so we couldn't really get any food. And we were out, I was there with the music band. So they served us some kind of pea soup and at what looked like it was the trotters of a pig, where they didn't even burn the hair off the skin. It was just like a boiled pig's foot on a plate with green mushy peas around it. Yeah,
Yeah,
France
that's
has
not
the best food.
Yeah, my dad likes pickled pig's feet.
Pickles.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. What was the trouble about somebody smoking a cigar? Is that I saw something about someone got mad a kid smoked a cigar at the stadium today. Do you have Victory cigars or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of victory cigars going around. I didn't have one.
No,
I
but
don't know.
I saw someone. I think it was a younger kid having a cigar, and people were, "Oh, you allow kids to smoke at Neyland Stadium? How dare?" Have you tried not giving an F? Maybe jump in a harbor. I have had Vegemite. It's kind of like my Lord. I think it's something you could learn to drink or learn to eat, but people do it wrong. They take that spoonful of Vegemite, but you have to spread it real thin. I was told you should put it on toast.
Yeah, what's the point of Vegemite?
I think it's to get vitamins into you.
Does it have vitamins?
Yeah, because it's a yeast-based product with a lot of good, I think, iron and stuff like that. And it's kind of like you had cod liver oil as a kid.
What?
You went to your mom in the kitchen and she said, "Yeah, boyo, take your cod liver oil."
Your what oil?
Cod liver, the fish
No,
cod.
no, dude, I never had that.
We called it American oil in Denmark back in the day
Cod,
because I think
like
it
the
was good for
fish?
the D vitamin 3 or
You know
something
what else
like
is good
that.
for D vitamin? Sunshine.
Yeah, but we don't have that. I live on the Nordic Hemisphere.
Do you have milk? Milk's good for it.
Yes, we have milk.
Well, Becca, are you gonna share this homemade white bread with people?
Yeah. Did you bring enough for class?
I like to have some, Becca. I want some bread. I want when it's warm. I want some butter. Hey, why do the Irish have such good butter?
They don't. They buy Danish butter.
Oh, well, Irish butter, they sell it in the stores here. It's tasty.
These stickers, Food Fairy got me. They're not good. Just saying that the glue falls off.
Yeah.
But in Britain, Danish butter, Lurpak, is very, very famous.
Danish butter?
Hello. Cod liver oil was the freaking little rascals. Yeah.
Really?
Isn't the expert alfalfa?
Oh, wait. Danish butter.
Try and put in Lurpak.
PAK. Yeah, I see that.
Yes.
Lurpak.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the thing in Star Wars that like ate Boba Fett? Wasn't that the Lurpak?
No, that's the Salak pit.
Oh, not very different.
Yeah, Lurpak is the best.
Jessica, like, where are you getting all this stuff in Australia?
I think they sell it in most We are a very, very big produce exporting country.
Oh, look, Danish Creamery. The Danish American way, it says. European style butter. Oh, wow. I've never heard of this.
You should
Premium
try that.
butter. I
That's
want
good.
premium butter, not European style.
Oh, he was buckwheat. Oh, sorry. We should do a remake of the Little Rascals.
What was his buckwheat saying? Hey, yeah, Eddie Murphy played buckwheat. Who's James May?
He's from Top Gear Car Show. You don't know it, it's British. Yes, I had Southern cooking, and I can rate my Southern cooking experience. Fried catfish, delicious. Deviled eggs, if they had a little bit more of a kick to it, I would like it more. And maybe the mustard wasn't so cold. Cornbread, it was fancy cornbread.
Trashy cornbread, yeah. The
Probably-
corn dog was good. That's good cornbread.
Yeah, and but that's not Southern cooking. And green fried tomatoes is disgusting.
Wait a second, you're trying to tell me that a hot dog dipped in cornbread batter and then deep fried, that ain't Southern?
I've heard of my youngest daughter said, "Can you bring some home with me?" She really want to try it because she's seen it in the movies, so it's a kind of a thing.
I think this has to be Southern, man. It has to be Southern. I mean,
I think it's
fried
very
cornbread. It's
it's
like
an
a
American
hush puppy.
thing.
You didn't have a hush puppy. There's a lot of stuff you didn't have. I feel so bad about that, man. It's that stupid stuff, man. Getting together and all that. It's hard.
Yeah, I think I would have liked a real cornbread, but this was fancy cornbread.
Yeah,
it was weird and flaky and dry, and it was a white rabbit who bought it.
Yeah,
So
and dude, it makes me so mad. She like pushes stuff. She did the same thing with Valhalla and Okra, and I'm like, no, he's not gonna like this. Like you haven't even tasted it yet, and you're pushing it on him. I could tell by looking at it wasn't gonna be good because it's really like I really want people to have a good experience with food. I don't want them to be, you know,
no,
grossed
but
out or something.
the catfish was good. I like the catfish.
Where'd you have catfish at?
The same place.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I was trying local things, and I have had a bacon cheeseburger before.
Oh, okay.
So I saw that was fried catfish, and I thought, well, I've heard it tastes muddy, but let's try it. That was good. I liked it.
Hey, at least you didn't have a salad.
Two things you never have when you travel: ice cubes and salad. It'll make you poop.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was so funny though. Oh, it's so funny. You get that text message?
That's
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine?
yeah.
Oh.
Let's travel. Imagine if I travel 7,000 miles and
I'm gonna
I
take
have
some
been
Pepto with me.
I've just been holed up on a
Anti-diarrhea.
crapper.
I'm gonna do some like, anti-diarrhea stuff.
I
Oh my
it's
gosh.
it's midnight now, but just before we turn off the stream,
Oh,
I
are we done with the Germans?
now we will get to the Battle of El Alamein
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
But I was on a trip once, and I was asking for some ibuprofen for my back, and I don't know, maybe language barrier, maybe I stupid, no, and she gave me. I bought, went away, took it. It was anti bad stomach medicine. I didn't take a crap for 3 days. I was
Oh,
so backed
dude.
up. That
Dude,
was
that's not good.
that
That's
wasn't that fun. Let's just say that
no, that doesn't sound fun.
me no
That
likey,
sounds off.
and let's just say when the dam. That's another episode on the Second World War. The dam busters, geniuses or lucky. When
Geniuses
the
are lucky.
Yeah, because
Did they do any engineering to that? Like
yeah,
I saw.
made a bouncing ball, bomb.
So, here's what I think. I think you got some dudes sitting around, some fly boys, right? That's what it's all got famous. It's like, ah, man, these hot shot flyers, right? And then it's like they're like, hey, you know what? Why don't we just like skip a marble at it? And
Yeah,
so that was the whole idea. Is they're just gonna skip a marble, and they
I
just order
bet
like
you,
a.
knowing Fly Boys, they were out the day before getting a little very pissed
You ever
drunk.
seen a pilot sober?
No, and who always get the hot chicks? It's not the grunt who runs in
Pilots.
front and get. It's the pilots because chicks take a uniform with a little thing on the shoulder and a cap. Um, they were out drunk, and the next day they're called in for a briefing and said, "Hey, Fly Boys, how do you think we could do this?" They were looking around, and one of them was sitting in the corner with a cigarette, saying, "Skip a bump on the water. You think we could do it? Yeah, fine.
Yeah, it'd be just like Beggar's Canyon back home.
Yeah, that's because he just wanted to go back to Tosh's station and get a little more liquor in
Yeah,
him. That's how
power
most
converters.
inventions are made. It's some drunk guy in a corner smoking a cigarette, saying, be fine."
So there's another theory about a lot of these inventions we have. Inventions are invented by lazy people.
Yeah,
Okay, power windows in a door in a car, lazy person. Automatic transmission, lazy person. Remote control, lazy person. Laziness.
because yeah, I think it's not creativity; it's laziness that breeds ingenuity. Because I don't want to work as hard. Let me make a sprocket so I can lessen the amount of work I have to put into it, and I shouldn't say the work put into it while doing this motion. That's
Well, it's
just
funny
dumb.
you said sprocket because, it's like Spacely Sprockets, the Jetsons. So, like, I think George Jetson was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to work 3.5 hours a week."
Sprocket is from. Do you call them Fraggles as well?
Oh, Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Was it?
The dog was called Sprockets.
Oh, it was. Was it Dance Your Blues Away? Dun, dun, something. Oh man, it's a great show.
Another day. Yeah, I saw Turtle Boy got a copyright strike for playing the. And he had 5.2 thousand people watching him. Just went dark. He played that CBS thing, but they are always high, and you have to go back and yell at them and say, "Well, I'm clearly transforming," and they'll claim property, and it's a thing.
Yeah, but CBS I hear is really bad. I think Shizzy got hit.
I got hit by that stupid. Sinclair Group. I still haven't gotten it taken off. I know a German guy I talked to. He was hit by them. He wrote them back. Boom. Marissa claims she got an intern fired, but hadn't taken my strike away. So yeah, he got 2 strikes. Oh my!
In one show.
Yeah, but that's the same thing I did because I didn't see that you have that little yellow bar saying someone is claiming your content. So I just fuck Fuchsia, what's happening? And I kept playing it, and that's why you get 3 warnings and then you get a strike. So he'll get a 90-day strike like me.
Oh wow, you get warnings and stuff. Oh man.
Yeah, I have a warning on my. I have a warning. If I do it again, I'll get a 90-day ban.
Oh, that's not good, dude.
He was hit for a song he played too. Well, just to monetize it.
I'm just glad you said that though. That's where I was like, there's YouTubers that they go away for a while and they never recover. It's from those bands.
If you get you can have a third. That's what I have. I have a third party. That's where the people who make it can put something on it that that'll hit. The audio's still on if you're blowing your nose.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sorry about that.
No, it's just if you wanted to have your audio off.
Yeah, well, I don't. I just want.
It's real life, man. People needs to know I'm blowing my nose, man.
Yeah.
But they can put some kind of trigger so YouTube, when you play it, automatically just give you a third-party content. Then you have the good old copyright claim on music and stuff like that, and then you get this to I don't know how. No, I can actually claim a content strike on Law and Crime because when I stream, I use their stream, but because I stream longer than them, YouTube thinks it's my content. So you get those where you can if you report someone. So there's 3 different strikes you can get.
Yeah, that happened with who was that? DUI
Maybe I
back
should
in
put
the
one of
day had something like that happen. So it's allergy season, y'all. This I started getting a runny nose halfway through the game, and it's like this sucks so bad. Why am I blowing my nose and stuff right now? It sucks. So hey, Spacey Stacy, how you doing? Hey, are you up there? You forgot your helmet in your picture. I don't know if you realize that or not, but you may find it hard to breathe in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I hear, but I don't think space is real.
I went to bed at 9. My brother came, picked Molly up. I watched the sprint race from the Formula 1. And then I thought, I'll just go and close my eyes for an hour before they have the qualifying in Formula 1. And I woke up at 3:30 and started talking to my mods about why is no one streaming on a Saturday morning. So we have 62 people here. Someone else needed a little entertainment. I need the new filing. Which of the filings are you talking? I have all of it. But reading through the responses and the claims against them, it's so stupid. They hired Whitey Bulger's defense lawyer to come in as a special prosecutor because the MS or the DA's office is so bad, and he filed he want Karen Reed's dad's phone because she called him at 1:30 at night, which wasn't him. It was her mom, but never mind. He filed the wrong date. Instead of writing 2019, he wrote 2009. So again, it's a lot of reading of
busy with
not
her
much new
bread.
facts. So
I just realized I slid down like that one dude.
hey, Stephen,
My back is sore. Sorry.
is that a dinosaur?
What?
My back is
Here?
sore.
Oh, yeah, I think so. It's from the Jurassic age. I know what that means. Geriatric age.
Did you know most of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park wasn't from the Jurassic period?
I don't even know what Jurassic. I didn't know there was a difference. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's the filing from the new one. Yeah, it's they have an amendment to it already. Yeah. Hey, Glow, we're just about to end. Thank you for stopping by.
I have a question for you. Do you think dinosaurs are real?
Yeah, I think the dinosaurs used to walk the earth.
Then how come nobody ever saw a dinosaur bone before like 1890?
Because they saw a dinosaur bone before 1890, but thought it's probably a giant. It's a dragon's bone. Because how many dragons have you seen? And I've heard a lot of
then
stories about
made
dragons.
what made them think that it was there's a difference then? I mean, it just seems weird. It's like they discovered oil, and then all of a sudden they had to come up with a reason why there was oil, and dinosaurs come about.
But haven't they kind of debunked that that oil comes only from?
Yeah, you
from
know who debunked it? People like me that say, "Won't we run out by now?" I remember when I was in school, and y'all said we had about 10 more years of oil left, and now we got more than we've ever had.
And we just have to remember that you are the guy who broke
That's
this as
true.
well.
That's true. Birds are not real.
And this is the truth about pigeons. They have a microphone in their chest. They have a speaker in their chest. That's the one saying "Grr, grr." Camera in the eyes, battery in the belly, the CPU is inside the body. And why they're always sitting on power lines is to recharge.
Recharging, yeah. No, they were real at one point, but then the government came along and said, "Hey, you
And
know what we can do with these things?"
Late 60s, early 70s, they
Yes, Nixon was around.
yeah.
Yeah, they decided that they could use them to spy on us because why not?
It's but who else talks about it but you? No one.
Yeah, people are afraid of the truth. That's what I think. Hey, you know, I saw a very interesting question today. If the world's spinning so fast, how come a helicopter can't just hover for like 12 hours and then be on the other side of the Earth? Why does a helicopter go with the Earth?
Because you would have to get high enough to break the gravity pull, because you would be pulled along. That's why
does
you
gravity
don't
keep you in one spot.
because or else you would fly off. That's why
But
a space station in orbit that's not geostationary will not move with the Earth. That stays the same, and then the Earth moves. It's not the space station going around the Earth. But again, we all know it's not true. It's made in a computer. The Earth is laying on the back of a turtle, and it's flat. And I'm sorry, Grumpy Grandma, and the rest of you nice Australians, we're not fooled.
yeah,
We get your Ohio accent. We know about the dome.
yeah. Maybe they don't know about the dome. Maybe they don't realize that they're just over
Oh,
there
you
in
think-
Ohio.
It's the Truman Show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Truman didn't know he was in a dome.
I
By the
bet
way-
you Grumpy Grandma have never left her hometown, because every time she tries to go across the bridge, it's out.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's an amazing show, by the way.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, by 90, I thought it was earlier they had
Yeah, it's earlier
replaced all
than
of them.
that.
I think
They
you're both
started
getting
way
delirious.
earlier.
No, we're telling that this is a truth show.
Yeah, do you not know about this, Grumpy Grammy?
Hey, I'm just asking questions, right?
Yeah, this is all on the internet. You gotta just know where to look. You know, it's all part of the plan. We're all just ants in a stage.
Have any of you we have to get some Aussies on and ask them the question. Have anyone ever walked outside and all of a sudden a light just fell next to you?
Oh, that's a good point. That's
Yeah.
I don't know if they even know what it is. So it's a great experiment. Australia. Like, they're not even allowed to the middle of the country anymore.
No one's ever
Um,
been to the middle of Australia. Have you noticed that they said, "Oh, everyone lives at the coast"? I don't know why they
yeah,
have an Irish accent, but
because the
it's
Irish
because
founded them.
again, so they can be near to the water. And oh, the bridge is out. Sorry, mate, you can't go across the bridge, mate.
See, okay, so like the Australians, their Irish accent is because the Irish are criminals, and well, and they're not maybe not criminals per se, but Britain criminalized being Irish, so they took all the Irish and took to Australia. It's just a big dome, you know, it's a big fortress type thing, and put them all in there. That's why they have that Irish accent.
But again, we're just asking questions. Why
Jessica,
didn't
have you ever
you
been to
ask
Minnesota?
Minnesota?
Yeah.
I think that's a very Danish, Scandinavian place. I've heard about cheese.
A lot of snow up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of snow in Denmark sometimes as well.
Wait, y'all
Again,
y'all have black and white TVs? Wait, y'all have horses? I thought you guys. I don't know that.
Becca, that's because the alien technology from when they built the pyramids, they have cloaking checks. The British stole that when they stole the Sphinx.
Isn't that funny that like they have all these pyramids, but nobody knows how to build one?
It's not that hard.
You
I
need.
can build a pyramid. There you go. You can call me Pharaoh now.
Pharaoh Baker.
And please don't be offended. I'm bad at every accent. Every accent is Irish. So
What are you talking about? Yeah. This is my. I've been talking in French all night. Nobody even realized that I do it so well. Iris talks in speedy language. You ever try and keep up with her? I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I think I heard what you said 3 minutes ago, but anything after that, it's just a blur. Well, does gravity push or pull? Nobody will answer that one for me.
isn't it the rotation force that's more?
Well, if it was a rotation force, then why won't a helicopter just hover and be on the other side of the world?
Because as long as you don't break the gravity, that's why. I just gave you the explanation why.
Yeah, but I'm still saying, I don't know. There's a lot of weird things to it. What about planes? How come the rotation of the Earth matters for snipers and long range shooting, but it doesn't matter for air travel?
But it does.
Does it?
That's
Or
why.
is that the jet stream? All I know is
That's why when you have the.
an apple.
That's why they don't fly like this because it's a sphere. They fly like this because the rotation of the Earth matters. It's shorter to fly in a curvature than in a straight line. That's why we fly over Greenland when we fly to New York, even though it's
You know,
stupid.
I heard it's because there's airports
Yeah,
on land. And so
probably
it's
back in
emergency.
the day it was also because you could land on Greenland if you had a little bit of problem.
What's his name? Hillary, Edmund Hillary, whatever. Didn't he go to the center of the earth?
He went
Somebody
somewhere.
did that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Have you ever thought about how many of these explorers just were out? Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
The
How
government-
do
The
Lewis
government
and
told me
Clark-
go to the Congos, look for
Yeah.
a river, and they were just shit faced at the pub for a year. Came back, said, "Yeah, I found a river." Anyone ever? What's the name? Clark and Johnny,
Lewis and
whatever.
Clark. They
Yeah,
went
Lewis and
across
Clark.
America.
They were out banging Pocahontas. That's what they were doing.
That's how she got pregnant.
Yeah, honey,
had
we're
her
gonna
papoose.
go look for the other coast. Isn't it just on the opposite side of the country? Probably, but I'll be back next year. It was looking for milk in the old days. I'm going exploring. That's the milk and cigarettes of then times.
I think Shizzy has it right. That's why it curves, so you can get there faster.
That's like a curveball. Talking about curveballs, this should be a 1 hour stream. It's almost an hour and 90.
There's a lot of
Everyone-
questions to answer.
Thank you for showing up. History with Expert and Baker will continue at some point where we will
Those
get
little Shermans,
into.
man, they can build those things so fast.
Yeah, and why didn't they use planes in the American Civil War? That'll be at the topic for our next discussion on the Baker Expert History Hour.
I like the history hour.
Yeah, and why do you think Stonewall Jackson didn't use the planes? Plane
They
phobic?
had a shortage of leather.
I think he was plane phobic.
Maybe.
That's why they called him Stonewall.
Well, you know, it
because,
ain't natural for somebody to fly. That's what Mr. T said.
join us for that show. It'll be a barn burner of science, facts, and something.
Barn burners.
Exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no.